saw you getting a chance to catch up with Porter Martone throughout the sessions. Just what have been your impressions of him so far?
Oh, very impressed. It's exciting to have him wearing a Flyers jersey. Very exciting last week when we selected him, and every day I look forward to hanging out with him on the ice and learning something from him. His skill on the ice is obvious. I think everybody can see it here when we watch practice and the upcoming 3-on-3 tournament and the game tomorrow. We're all very excited about that, but I find myself enjoying the conversations off the ice. He's got incredible leadership skills already for a young kid, very mature. Physically, he looks solid, he looks strong, and definitely a bright spot, and we're all very high on him.
You have a guy like Porter who he has the high-end skill. He also has the ability with the size, with the physicality, and with the edge that he can play with, to lean into that side of his game. When you're developing a guy like that, do you tell him to focus in on one more than the other, or do you try to push them to do both at the same time? Like, I'm just curious what the developmental strategy is with a guy like that.
Yeah, I think at this point we're just trying to cover all bases at this point of the development process. I think we focus in the more we see game situations, and as the season progresses, we can really dial in what areas he might be strong at, what areas need improvement. But as of today, the short time that we've had him in a Flyers jersey, we're all very excited about him, and not very many weaknesses there.
What have you seen from Jack Nesbitt?
Nesbitt, funny guy. Enjoy talking to him. Always has a smile on his face, big body, good skater, and I think that he takes pride in the competitive side of the game. Maybe not highlight real goals and assists and power play plays, but really has a focus on shutting down other teams' best players, playing his role efficiently, and willing to do whatever it takes for the team. I know he's some player that the organization was really high on based on the move that they made to go up and get him. They did that for a reason, and so far very impressed with him.
Patrick, what are your thoughts on Jack Murtak so far?
Yeah, I like him. He's going to BU next year, so we'll be able to catch him play there for a number of games. He's a confident kid. Another one that cracks me up out there. He's shows an incredible amount of confidence on the ice with his skill. He fits in well with the guys off the ice. I'm excited to see him play in games. Be quite honest, I didn't really watch a lot of the amateur side. I had my eyes on a couple of different games and players and leagues, but to ask me to give you a scouting report of his gameplay, it'd be like premature for me to do that. But skill-wise, in what we've had him do in the practices, really good. Another competitive guy, has his head up when he skates a lot, seems to have all the skills and a lot of talent. So he's going to a good place, and we're excited about the future for him as well.
Who are maybe the guys that you did that are here that you did kind of keep an eye on over the course of the year?
Mostly the returning players, the Lehigh guys that are back, some draft picks that were playing in college hockey. I suppose I could mention the name Devin Kaplan at BU. I caught the bulk of his games last year and grew the relationship with him a little bit off the ice. I'm excited for his future. He looks huge in his equipment. He skates well. He's very coachable, listens to what his coaches tell him. He's always receptive to help and information from our development staff, and excited about his future as well.
It's clear that the organization is really high universally on Alex Bump and his upside. What, in your mind, is so exciting about him as a prospect?
His hunger to be a player, and it goes without saying that everybody here wants to wear the Flyers jersey one day and wants to be the best player that they can be. But the 2 years, this is my third development camp, 2 full seasons of watching Alex play. Skill level is high. His competitiveness is through the roof, and he's in the facility all the time, working out, hanging out with NHL players, hanging out with pros, trying to get better and trying to be an NHL player, and that goes a long way for me.
I know Denver Barkey was the same exact pick as you
Yeah.
when you both were drafted. Have you noticed the guy over time develop into someone that could be a player at the NHL level eventually?
Yeah, I hope so. I told him that when he was drafted too. I said, hey, you got some big shoes to fill there. 3rd round, 95th overall. But he's a guy that the players seem to gravitate to in the locker room. He's the captain of his junior team that just won the championship for a reason. Has a lot of tools to his game. Obviously, people talk about his size, but his hockey IQ is exceptional. He's got great skating ability, ultra competitive, and he's won a lot already. So it's unfortunate that he's not on the ice right now with us, but he's been. We got to hold him back. He wants to be out there skating, so we're trying to keep him toned down a little bit on that side of it. But to have him join us at the professional level next year is going to be really exciting.
I was talking with Luke Fluswick, and he told me...
That's pretty good
Thanks.
pronunciation.
He told me that he actually was a fan of yours growing up.
Oh, wow.
He said he kind of mentioned it, but he said
Yeah.
he kind of held back a little bit with like his
Yeah.
his I mean, is it kind of...
Yeah, he's my
weird?
favorite. He's my favorite player.
Obviously.
Just for saying.
Is it kind of weird to have like kids who were like, I watched you when I was growing up, and now they're here?
Yeah, it is actually. It's really weird. It brings me back to like 25 years ago when I was one of those kids in the same development camp in the same building, and John LeClaire was walking around as a star of the Flyers. He went to the University of Vermont. That's where I was going. I couldn't believe that I was in the same building on the same sheet of ice as him. I'm not putting myself in the John LeClaire category, but it's definitely flattering to know that some of these guys watched some of the great teams that I was on over the years, and if I can help them in any way with my experience and my journey and relate to them, then I'm doing my job.
Going back to Alex Bump for a second, in his first camp here, his first development camp, he had more or less said that he didn't think he thought there was going to be a bigger gap between him and the big guys, and he realized very quickly there wasn't. And he said that maybe he did feel like he should have been drafted higher than the 5th round. As someone like you who you were drafted in the 3rd round and you became a really good NHLer, can a guy use that as fuel throughout the process and all the way to the NHL?
Yeah, no doubt. I actually felt the same way coming to the professional level, leaving Vermont to join the pro ranks. I didn't know where I was going to land, whether it was first, second, or third league. I was just coming here to compete. I was just clueless, basically. But once you get on the ice and you calm down a little bit and you realize that you're here for a reason and you show your skills, maybe you fare better than you might have thought. But Alex is a kid that the draft is over, and we got him where we got him. I think if every team could go back and redo that draft, I'm sure he'd be picked a lot higher. But it's motivation. I suppose you can use it. But I don't see many problems with Alex and his mindset. He's pretty dedicated and focused on making an impact here, so that's why we're all excited about him.